impressed by that. But Heis, right now we're going to go to interviews. We have Ips and Cadis here. I don't see any representatives from Moule. Maybe I'll try and work on that. But congratulations to Ips and Cadis. And I'll just ask you, were you expecting it to be such a role?
I don't know. I expected to win a lot more convincingly than we did last week in the Cup, but I probably wouldn't have expected it to be quite this straightforward, I guess.
Well, like setting the scene, you had Clockwork stepping in for Sam. Obviously, he's a world-class player, like a true superstar. But did you have any doubts that he mightn't deliver?
Clockwork, no, he'll be fine. Like, I mean, some people might claim that it's just like an upgrade, but whenever you're replacing one player who knows how you play with another, it's never like an upgrade, no matter how good they are at this level, at least. So he did a good job. Like, he sometimes likes to just, I get the impression he likes to just run around and shoot stuff, but he put a lot of effort into playing how we wanted to play and things like that. So yeah, it was perfect. I really enjoyed playing with him today.
One thing we have to point out, though, in that regard, is that our playstyle suits him a lot. Right? Like,
aggressive.
Not holding and just pushing on like small advantages suits Clockwork a lot more, I guess, than maybe the playstyle of the other team. But yeah, I agree. And on the other map, he had a lot of frags. I think he was like one of the top fraggers on Granary. But I think with him it's more that he constantly pushes and he's constantly aggressive at the right time. That makes him really dangerous. If you look at the logs, he doesn't put out the most amazing amounts of damage. Like, he's not, you know what I mean? He's still there between the other scouts on the map, but in combination with Bash, it's just ridiculous. Like, these kids can't beat them. It's too good.
Yeah, we noticed Kate is delivering big numbers on the logs as well. We weren't too sure how much we could read into the logs, considering it was a bit of a roll on Canary. And the game went on longer, fair enough, on Gullywash, but like, what I'm curious about is that even though Moule finished second in the TFTV Zoe Invitational number 2, and have sort of supplanted TLR as the team, or as the team that people thought might be second during the season, how do you feel the sort of top 3 is looking right now? Are Moule the second best team, even though you just smashed them 6-1, 6-1?
I don't think so, really. I mean, they're up there for sure, but I think they did really well to get to the final in that cup. I mean, you got to take into account there was a lot of weird stuff going on in that cup, like Moule doing an adequate job for the other French team, but I mean, he was no replacement for Exxon at the end of the day. Like, those kids have played together for years, and also TLR had some weird stuff going on. Like, they got knocked down to the lower bracket before Maryland even showed up and things like that. I mean, they're up there, but I don't think they're any like concrete second place yet. I think it's just like, if I was honest, I'd say there's us at the top, and then a pack of like 5 teams, and only like as the season goes on, we'll find out how those 5 teams should be ordered. But at this point, it's anyone's guess.
Well,
I'd like to hear a little bit from Heis maybe about how TLR are shaping up. Are they contenders for second place?
I think probably what Kay said is an accurate representation. I mean, there were a few things that kind of went on in that cup that affected their position. I think obviously now they're undergoing a bit of a transition with me having to step down and then to find another demo man, and that will affect their chances, I suppose, in some respects. So I think they still have a chance if they can find the right fit for the play style of the team, really.
Even losing you, the linchpin, the commander-in-chief.
I don't know if I would describe myself as that. They've still done pretty well. It's not like from a skill point of view there's an issue replacing me. I think it's just whether they can adapt and someone take the reins and try to organise the team. And ultimately, the game isn't overly complicated. It shouldn't be too hard to do. It's just unfortunate with the timing and the little time they do have to turn that around. That may affect them, but if they can finish in the top 4 for the playoffs, who knows? Maybe they'll go from strength to strength over the season.
Made in Germany is your next game against Lego, am I right?
Yep.
correct.
That's coming up on the 9th this Sunday coming. I mean, I know in the lead up to the TFTV Zowie Cup, I was inquiring after teams like, and Lego was a team that a lot of people hadn't played. Have you played them recently? Are they
No,
still an
I've
unknown
played
quantity to you?
Never played them. The only thing I know about them is Dr. Phil's strafing.
Yeah, and the comms are funny if they have to speak English. That's all we know.
I've got a
Really?
question directly to Cadis from Demo Man to Demo Man, I suppose, because obviously with me playing against you last season, Cadis, how has it felt? I know it's the first game in and early days, but how did it feel with obviously the French have a lot of good quality players, you could argue, on different positions, and how did it feel to sort of? It looked to me as if you like kicked off the shackles a bit from last season, and you're playing a play style that maybe suits you more and has enabled you to sort of have a bit more freedom. How does it feel going from the former team to this lineup at this season?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I mean, I don't think I'm quite as free as people might think. Like, I'm putting a lot more emphasis in keeping my death tally down a lot more than I used to. But
Seems like
I
you're
don't know.
able to play more on the front foot, at least from on that initial impression, and maybe from the cup that we've seen already, that you can sort of, because of the overall ability of the team and their play style as well, being more aggressive natured. Perhaps it sort of seems to fit you a little bit better, and you can sort of lay more damage down. Maybe you're still kind of being punished for it, but you're getting the support you need this time rather than sort of a passive play style.
Yeah, it's cool. I think a lot of it is like I don't feel like a lot of the time I get impatient or feel like I have to be a hero if we're going to win or things like that. Like if it's not going good and it's getting really messy, I feel like just kind of trying to take it into my own hands. But with this team, it's not really a factor anymore because I'm so confident in the ability of my teammates that I know I just have to basically do my job now. I don't have to go above and beyond. So it lets me just kind of keep it chill and just focus on what I'm doing rather than all this other stuff.
It did seem from a sort of spectator perspective like the flanks seem very shored up with the experience of gear. I'm sure that's also a benefit from a combo perspective to know that those guys are doing great work, because I saw a lot of times that GLP and Flip were pushing really aggressively. I mean, the last round, if you watch that back on Gully Wash, you'd see GLP was pushing with like 90 HP, had multiple attempts to go back, and still for some reason pushed into the middle with very low health. And Flip wisely going back for, well, he didn't do that too often, but he went back on this occasion. Obviously, GLP goes down, you get an instant advantage, and we saw that on the last points as well, where Flip maybe died early, and then you guys just sort of went in. Did you try to punish those overextends, and were you aware of those players perhaps being more vulnerable to that?
Should I answer?
Sure.
I don't know. I don't think we're actually picking this stuff out from round after round. Like the only thing we really take out of rounds is like what we can improve on mids, and then we take it from there. And then the rest is really just flow based. Like this is why we're so very reactive, and we can build up fast momentum. Because like if you want to step there and you're gonna die, then that's gonna be converted into speed. If you get that, if you get my point. So
Absolutely.
I don't know, just take it as it comes a bit.
Guys,
And just play the game.
We've been joined by Nox, and maybe Rosso is coming too, I'm not sure, but commiserations, Nox. You just sort of got smacked down there over 2 maps.
Yeah.
Are you feeling battered and bruised? Are you okay? You want to sit down?
That's fine for me because everyone played bad today. It was bad day for us. Our PCW was bad, and yeah, our team play was not okay. And I think at the end we tried to play really aggressive, and then played the DM, and that didn't work. So that's fine.
Captain Hacks.
Oh, there's Captain Hacks as well, jumping in. I was asking these guys, I didn't mean to not have you all in at the same time, but do you feel that you winning the previous cup, the TFTV Zowie Cup, coming second there, do you think you're the second best team in Europe right now, Nox? Or are there other teams you're worried about?
Actually, I'm not sure we are the second best team or the first. I don't know. Actually, we have to improve. That's all. We have to learn how to play together. So that's all. We don't know. I think MiG is a bit better than the other team, but in general, every team are equal. And we can make the surprise this season. We can do
So
it. I'm pretty sure.
You're putting this performance today just down to a bad day.
Yeah, it was already a bad day. Imo.
It's not only a bad day. We haven't played for like a week since the cup, and it was just horrible tonight. To be fair, and maybe we were wrong, but we tried to change some things in our game style. Like we wanted Drozo to play more aggressive, and he didn't really. Like it was not really smooth. He tried to, but he didn't really do what we were expecting. So it's not only Drozo's fault. That's not what I want to say. It's just we were not really playing as a team tonight, and we were lacking some DM abilities. So we just get wrecked. Basically, that's what happened.
Like, we've seen Made in Germany saying that they want to play aggressive and try and be super aggressive all the time. We see Ips running the gunboats, and he is rarely fulfilling that strict pocket role. Is that something that Mais and Moule are going to try and explore? Are you going to play with two very aggressive soldiers?
We already did that the last cup. All the last cup I played with gunboots.
Yeah.
During all the cup on every map, and that worked really well, but still, I think Soli with a shotgun is better. Maybe just for the middle, yeah, granary middle, 2 Soli gun boots maybe better, so I'm gonna go back to my gun boots, I don't know. Just, that depends on the map and the situation. And yeah, 2 Soli who jump, it's maybe good, but with a good DM, the Soli can be raped. It can be denied quickly. It's really depend of our scout.
So just a couple of final questions. Hopefully, we'll announce the winner of our competition. But Mais and Moule guys, like you've came in here, you've been beaten fairly decisively. You know, it was 6-1, 6-1. How much weight are you going to put in this result? Like, is it going to hang over you for the rest of the season, or is it just like another game? It doesn't matter. You're still going to make the playoffs and try and improve up to then.
That doesn't matter because we get raped by Evocate just before on the PCW. We played really shit, and that's fine. We have a season for improve and learn, and I'm sure Mick gonna be surprised on the playoff against us.
Is this a game you would have rather played later in the season, like in week 7? You would have rather faced it in Germany then?
Yeah, of course.
So I guess the Germans got lucky here. Maybe it's part of that German admin circle joke. Ips, care to comment?
It's Ips'
That
fault,
might be true.
of course. Like
Sonny Black in the background.
The mastermind. Let's just wrap it up here then, guys. I had a pretty horrible time trying to get the comms to work. I'm sorry, Made in Germany guys, we never actually got it to work once.
Oh, God.
And after all that mix up with the STV, apologies for making you wait all that time, but thanks. Hopefully we can be more organised next time, and I take full responsibility for that. HYS did a great job in his debut cast. You guys should definitely listen to the VODs. I'm predicting him, you know, for caster this season at the end of season 17.
Was it his first time?
Yeah, man, first cast.
I was sure that I heard him cast before. Maybe that was someone else. Anyway, carry on.
HYS, confirm or deny?
I have casted before, but not for the teamfortress.tv.
Wow, who did you cast for?
Back when it was it TFTV or something before? But there was like the full version, if you like.
Well,
quite a while ago.
Oh, the Pledge and D2Ms.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember.
that was before your rise to fame, man. Now that you're an established household name, I'm claiming this as your debut. All right, deal with it. We do have the results of the competition, though. This is what you've all been waiting for: how to lay your hands on that TT Esports Ferris Gaming mouse pad, courtesy of ETF2L and TT Esports. Sonny Black has collated the results, and it went all the way down to the wire. I can tell you that 2 people predicted that the winning team would put out 40,000 points of damage, but one of them answered significantly earlier than the other, so it's going to be heartbreak for Morgus, and the glory will go to our winner, Pedro Lipchon, who predicted correctly, but earlier than Morgus. So there you go. Winner.
Nice, Pedro.
Round of applause, please. Woo! Okay, just me and Captain Hanks and Nox. Okay, these Germans, they don't know what fun is. HYS, any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
No, not so.
Oh, Sunny Black corrects me and says it's not Pedro Lipton, it's Pedro Lipton. So anyway, the ETF2L admins will be contacting you on how to get that prize to... Sorry again for all the technical difficulties again. I'll never try and multitask so long as I live. But thanks for everyone involved, the teams, the players, Ducky on the stream as well, putting in work. I'll remind you all to visit teamfortress.tv, the hub of the global Team Fortress competitive community. Of course, ETF2L.org. And that's it. That's all I got, HYS. Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Au revoir.